Hello, children. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in Him. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. We are here for Psalm Sunday. And as it says in the description, I consider this book of the Bible the most comforting and inspirational. Why? Because it speaks from the personal relationship may have with the Lord. And it's good to read in times of conflict or strife, just to, you know, starting from book 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. In other words, pay no mind to people who are giving you what you know is bad advice. And brush off those. If you feel within your heart that an emotion isn't particularly godly, such as scorn, or if you know that what you're thinking of doing, you're not supposed to be doing, don't. Simple. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. So that's basically what would Jesus do type of thing. What does your book say? What do you know you're not supposed to do? What do you know what you're supposed to do? And reflect on your actions. Reflect before you act. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. Again, reflect on your actions and reflect before you act. It was kind of brought up in the cartoon version of Mulan, believe it or not. Can't remember the entire thing, but it was the admonition that the matchmaker was trying to say to her. Perform your duties calmly and respectfully. Reflect before you act. This shall bring you honor and glory. And that's basically what this psalm is saying, Psalm 1. Because when you think about things before you do them, is this going to do me any good? Is it not going to do me any good? How do I go about it? How do I avoid mistakes? You make a plan, essentially. And if you do it right, and you avoid the traps that can come with a quick fix, you can be very successful. So, it shall bring you honor and glory, or prosperity in this case. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. So those who constantly make poor decisions never prosper. You can see it in the hood. You know who. They got those big dreams, but they always looking for the quick fix. So it never comes true for them. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Again, you know who this passage is talking about. Now, some of you might be standing in that right now, but you can always get yourself out of it. I.e., stop running with those people you know you ain't supposed to. Stop doing them things you know you ain't supposed to. And make a plan for your future. Make a plan for your path that you know stands in the way of God. And 9 times out of 10, you'll be successful at it. Me, I'm just going along. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not making too many plans, but I'm not doing what I know is wrong either. So I'm in limbo, so to speak. Not looking for any quick fixes, but I'm not looking for any big, ambitious dreams neither. I'm just here. So, yeah, I know I practice what you preach and all that, but I am quite comfortable where I am. I don't seek above my station, so to speak. So, I get by. But for those of you who have them big dreams, go about it the right way. That's what that passage is saying. You go about things the right way and you can prosper. In my case, I get distracted. Don't have any big ambitions, but I get distracted. So whatever I do lay to the side goes away quick. This book kind of reminds me what I'm supposed to do. Hmm. And thus I end up not buying that really expensive thing and going, ooh, shiny, that I know I'm not supposed to have. A bit depressing. But I still have money left over for my bills. That's the main thing, isn't it? Anywho, Psalm 2. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. Now, this one is talking about them instigators and politicians. I know, redundant, but it's basically the haves versus the have nots. The haves want to keep what they have and want to keep it out of the hands of others who strive toward it. And this is what's going on today, actually. Because you'll hear a lot of people preach about things that, about equity and things like that. And equity is a failed concept. You've got equality. You've got equality of opportunity. And that's the only type of equality you really need. If you don't have the skills, you're not going to get what you want depending on where you're going. See, I'll never be a major athlete. Why? Because I'm 250 plus pounds and with creaky joints and all. But equity says I should be. Equity is equality of outcome, which can never be gotten unless you bring everybody up here, down here, to match those who are down here. That's not fairness. That's not equality. Equality of opportunity is the best type of equality because it separates the wheat from the chaff. Yeah, it doesn't seem fair to those who are the chaff, but the chaff just needs to find somewhere where they can be wheat and not stick around where they're just chaff. Get me? In essence, if you're failing at something, go to something else. Don't drag everybody else down. But the people they're talking about here are those people who are whispering in your ear saying, why you gotta be chaff? Why can't we pull down the weak guys? The weak guys is that they're toxic. They're toxic. You need to bring them down. You need to bring them down. Like all these people with the diversity and inclusion and all this nonsense in the film industry, which is making everything crap. It's why things like She-Hulk are failing. They could have made something good and funny. The problem is they're basically just bashing everyone who's better than them instead of making themselves look good. And with the Lord of the Rings thing. It's bringing everyone else down and making Galadriel a man, basically, instead of focusing on her strengths from the films, which was regal, wise, um, confident in herself, a queen, essentially. And everyone who's seen this it says she is the worst character in it because she's not likable. Because you try and make something what it's not by saying that that's what it has to be good, and it's not good. And giving out a whole lot of free gives for a vote doesn't raise up the community; it lowers it because people stop working for what they want. And the heathen rage because they are the have-nots, but they don't want to work to get it. And the kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers of council against those who actually work, so that they can get the favor of those who don't want to. Communism. Mm-hmm. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh; the Lord shall have them in derision. Essentially, everybody who knows what is actually valuable and worthwhile, look at those people, shake their heads, laugh at, in the case of content, the creatives who are destroying all of those franchises, people are laughing at them because you are not going to make money off of us because we're not going to watch it. We don't like what you've made. We're telling you what you can do to fix it, and you're not doing it. So of course you're not going to get the custom of the people who liked the original stuff because you ruined it. So we're just going to laugh at you while going to watch anime. We're good. You are something that people may. You're a pastime, not a necessity. You get me? So films, music, comic books, games, things like that, things that people are destroying, they're not a necessity. And the people who love the old stuff know it's not a necessity. And we also know we can go on to other things. Like me, I got my books, including the Bible. Me, I've got some hard copy of music. I've got the original video games in some cases with the PlayStation 2. I don't use it because I got other things to do. I've even got fan fiction, i.e., I will pick what I want to read out of thousands of good redos of stories. And you wouldn't believe how many there are. On we go. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Reviews. Reviews, basically. But when you get to that place, when you reach the end, he's going to tell you too. Shouldn't have done that. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree. The Lord hath said unto me, Thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for them inheritance, and the uttermost parts of earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. It's, if you know the path you're supposed to be walking on, stay to that path. It's set for you. No shortcuts. And follow the experts, basically. There is a set, when it comes to, and this is, again, I'm going back to the media remakes and reboots and whatnot. There is a set pattern that is successful. It's been called the hero's journey. And all true fans know it's internally, at least, if we can't verbalize it, what the hero's journey is. And we keep saying, and this is something that's been set down since since storytelling began. We keep saying, follow that. It works. And it works in life as well. You may go through some struggles, but don't look for shortcuts. The Lord doesn't put anything more on you than you can bear. I know it seems hard and life is harsh, but He'll never put more on you than you can bear. So bear with it, and there will be rewards following. Hello, Gino. Yeah, that's the kitty. We'll wait a minute. Yeah, he's not moving. You gonna stay there this whole time, Gino? Mm. Oh, hello over there. Mm. Psalm 3, a psalm of David when he fled from Absalom his son. Lord, how are thy increased that trouble me? How are they increased that trouble me? Many are they that rise up against me. Many there be which say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. But thou, O Lord, art a shield from me, my glory and the lifter up of mine head. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his body hill, his holy hill. He's not moving. I laid me down and slept. I awakened, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheekbone. Thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongeth unto the Lord. Thy blessing is upon thy people. Uh, woo. So this one kind of speaks for itself. People will go against you. People will hate on you. But if you have faith, tune them out. If you have faith, you can tune them out. Because no matter what, they'll never truly break you if you have your faith. And the more faithful you are and the less you react, the angrier they get. Have you noticed? It's something I take into my job sometimes because I seem to attract the irate for no reason customer. Something might have gone bad in their day. They might just be the unruly type. They might just be looking for something, some kind of compensation for free. And I stay polite because the more polite I am, the less they can do about it and the angrier they get. Until I call over a manager and the manager say, yeah, she was right. Yeah. It's basically, look, man, what you getting mad at me for? I didn't do it. You don't say that, but yeah, that's the feel behind it. Especially when you know you're in the right. Don't argue. Don't fuss. Just say, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Unfortunately, our policies are such and such." Yeah. Well, it says here in our terms and conditions that such. Yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. I'm really sorry about that. Or something breaks. Oh, I'm very sorry about that. We'll give you a such and such a replacement or a refund or such. Never get angry. Never argue. Never react. Oh, and usually they're looking for money. He's a good boy sometimes. He just needs to get out the camera. Hey, Gino. So I think 3 Psalms a day might do it. Cause well, and yeah, I'm not entirely certain what I'm doing because this is the first time I've been doing it with interference. Yeah, sometimes it also helps if you have a cat because the purring lowers your blood pressure. Or just a pet, period. Because again, petting them is good for both you and them. You gonna move now? Well, I don't see nobody in the comments. I can barely see over this cat, so I think I'm gonna end it here. Mm, yes. I'm gonna try to do this every week around this time for about half an hour, maybe, till I figure things out. Anyway, so might go longer, might go shorter, but half an hour seems a good amount of time. Ah, here we go. So, it's been 23 minutes. I've got a hairball in front of my camera. See you next week. Bye, children.